Sweet life, sweet life, sweet life. Sweet.
Hi guys, welcome to Vlogmas. So today I'm just going to show you a quick little trick hack on what you can do with all that leftover chocolate from either making treats or hot cocoa bombs or whatever you use your melted chocolate for. So I'm going to show you how we take this leftover chocolate and then we're going to turn it into some DIY candy melts that we can reuse later. So first we're going to reheat our chocolate. We're just going to reheat it on low and then we're going to scrape down the sides of whatever container you had your chocolate in. We want to get as much chocolate out of that container as possible. This is a piping bag that I was using for drizzle for my hot cocoa bombs. So I'm going to put my chocolate back into that bag. And like I said, I'm using a spatula because it allows me to scrape all of that chocolate out of that bowl because we're trying to save as much money as possible. You know, we don't waste anything around here. So we're going to get it back into that piping bag and just scrape as much chocolate out as possible. See, girl? And then we're going to cut the hole in that bag a little bit bigger. It was very tiny. Like I said, I was doing drizzle before. So we're going to cut it bigger. But first, we're going to get some wax paper onto a cookie sheet. Just going to get that down. And like I said, we're going to cut another hole into that bag. And then we're going to pipe circles onto our cookie sheet. And don't worry about trying to get them perfect. Like I said, this is leftover chocolate that we're just trying to have it to easily store and be able to easily reuse it. And like I said, don't worry about trying to get them perfect. We're just trying to get them into little circle shapes. And if they do look lumpy, don't worry. Once we pipe them all, we're going to actually tap our pan one time down on our counter, and that'll allow them to actually flatten and even out. You can see, no wasted chocolate. We're just tapping it on the counter. That flattens them out. And now you can either leave these just in a cool, dry place for them to harden up, or you can just pop them in your refrigerator like I did for 5 minutes and they've hardened up. And so I just have these little plastic containers that I always save when I get from restaurants because this is what I do with them. And so these are our little chocolate circles, our little DIY candy melts. And we're just going to get those in a container. And this chocolate actually didn't have any oil or anything in it, so it was a lot thicker. And so you can even write on the top of your container. You could put a label, or you could write with a marker. This was actually chocolate almond bark, so I'll write chocolate almond bark. But then if you melted it down with oil and it was a thinner consistency, you can put like chocolate almond bark with oil. So you'll know that it already has oil in it, and you won't add too much extra oil in it when it is time for you to reheat it. Okay, so now this is some white chocolate that I had as well. This is white almond bark, and this actually was melted down with oil. So you'll notice that this one is a thinner consistency, and like I said, you'll probably use this weeks or days later, so you won't remember if it actually had oil in it. So when you do put it in the container, put some type of label or some type of indication that it was already melted down with oil. You'll actually also see when I'm piping it onto the cookie sheet, you'll see that it's a thinner consistency than the milk chocolate was. And there we go. Now we have our little white candy melts. And like I said, these actually have oil in them. So you can actually do chocolate that has oil or doesn't have oil already added to it. And we have our little DIY candy melts. How did you guys like this hack? Let me know in the comment section below how you usually store your extra chocolate, or do you just throw it away? Let me know below. I hope you guys like this little trick, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.